She screamed I was cheating just because I said, "I don't like that dress." So I packed every designer thing I bought her, gave them away, and locked her out of my life forever. I am 34, and if someone had told me that a small, casual comment could destroy my entire relationship, I would have never believed them. But that's exactly what happened. It all started on what seemed like an ordinary day. Nothing was different, nothing was special. My girlfriend walked into the room wearing a dress I had never seen before. She smiled, spun around, and asked me a simple question. "How do I look?" Now, I've always been honest. I don't believe in lying just to please someone. So I looked at her and calmly said, "I don't really like that dress." That was all. I didn't say anything rude. I didn't raise my voice. It was just my honest opinion about the outfit she had on. But the change in her face was instant. It was like I had pressed a switch. Her smile disappeared. Her eyes turned cold. And before I could even explain myself, she exploded. "So you don't like me anymore? Your interest in me is gone, isn't it? You must have someone else in your life. That's why you're looking at me differently," she yelled. I was stunned, completely frozen. I didn't understand where this was coming from. I had only commented on the dress, not on her as a person, not on our relationship, not on my feelings for her. But the way she reacted made me realize something bigger was hiding underneath the surface. I tried to calm her down. "I'm not saying I don't like you. I just don't like that dress," I told her. But she refused to listen. Her voice got louder and louder. She accused me of losing interest, of secretly cheating, of not being the man she thought I was. As I watched her pace around the room, throwing accusations at me one after another, I knew nothing I said would make a difference. This wasn't about a dress. This was about trust, or maybe the lack of it. And what hurt me most was the way she looked at me, like I had betrayed her in the worst way possible. That night, I lay awake replaying the argument over and over. Why did she take it so personally? Why did she jump to cheating so quickly? And then it hit me. Maybe it wasn't about me at all. Maybe she was trying to distract me from something she didn't want me to see. The next morning, the tension was still there. She was cold, distant, and kept making little remarks that stung more than she realized. As I sat watching her scroll through her phone while drinking coffee, something clicked inside me. For 2 years, I had been carrying this relationship on my back. Nearly $5,000 of my money went into her lifestyle every month. Designer dresses, shoes, makeup, handbags. If she wanted it, I bought it. Fancy vacations, dinners, surprises to keep her happy. I paid for everything. First, I didn't mind. I thought that was what love meant, taking care of the person you love. But slowly, I realized something. She had never spent a single dime on us. Not on clothes, not on dates, not even on groceries. She never once reached for her wallet. Everything she owned, everything she showed off to her friends, came from me. And still, somehow, it wasn't enough. That's what hurt me the most. I had given her everything, yet the moment I said I didn't like one dress, she turned it into proof that I no longer loved her. And when she accused me of cheating, I finally snapped. "If you think I'm cheating, go ahead and check my phone," I said, handing it over to her. She took it. She spent almost an hour going through every chat, every call, every picture, every app. And of course, she found nothing. Not a single thing. I thought that would end it. I thought she'd hand me the phone back, apologize, maybe even laugh at herself for overreacting. But instead, she doubled down. "You must be hiding something somewhere else. Men like you always find a way." That's when I looked at her and asked calmly, "If you're so sure, then show me your phone." And that was the moment everything changed. She froze, then forced a little laugh, like I had said something ridiculous. "Why would I show you my phone? That's private. Everyone deserves privacy." But I noticed the way her hand tightened around it, the way her eyes avoided mine, the way she looked nervous for the first time in a long while. And that was all the proof I needed. When she finally handed me the envelope, I did not say a word. I opened it slowly, counted the bills, and kept them in my wallet. The silence between us felt so heavy that it almost pressed against my chest. She tried to break the silence by saying that this was just a mistake, that she only joined the dating apps out of curiosity, that she never planned to actually meet anyone. But I could not even look at her without feeling a wave of anger and disappointment. For years I had given her my time, my trust, and even my money, and this is what she chose to do in return. I realized right then that the person standing in front of me was not the same person I had fallen in love with. That girl was gone, and this new version of her was a stranger I could no longer trust. She begged me not to walk away. She said we could fix things, that she would delete every app, give me full access to her phone, and even change her number if that's what it took. But deep inside, I knew that no amount of promises could heal the damage already done. Once trust is broken, it is like a shattered mirror. No matter how hard you try to piece it back together, the cracks always remain. I could not spend another day living with doubt, wondering what she was hiding or who she was talking to behind my back. I had already given her more chances than she deserved, and this time I needed to choose myself. So I packed my things that very night. She sat on the edge of the bed, crying and asking me to stay, but I stayed firm. I told her that our story was over, that I would no longer be the fool she thought she could manipulate. She tried to hold onto my hand as I walked out the door, but I pulled away. The moment I stepped outside, a strange feeling of freedom washed over me. For the first time in a long time, I was no longer carrying the weight of lies, secrets, and manipulation. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it felt like my heart was being torn apart. But it also felt like a fresh start, a chance to rebuild my life without the constant shadow of betrayal. Today, looking back, I don't feel regret for leaving. I feel grateful that I found the strength to walk away when I did. I could have stayed and wasted more years of my life on someone who did not value me. But instead, I chose peace over chaos, truth over lies, and self-respect over empty promises. She may still be out there, trying to find someone else to fool, but that is no longer my problem. I am free, and I am stronger for it.